Dear God, I am not asking for perfection, yet perfection is what you exemplify. Perhaps it's for my own selfish satisfaction, as I know and as I come before you today to testify. I desire what I call a perfect church, where the chorus sings in tune, not to beats of their own drum, where my lowly brother and downtrodden sister can take their souls to search, a sanctuary for us to go to prepare for the coming of your Son. A place where the preacher teaches your word without placing judgment because of worldly things, where you feel welcome and do not leave feeling cursed. Certainly a place for peace, love, and joy to bring. Where the prostitute, after a long night of peddling her body, stands beside the nun who prays her rosary. Where the drag queen, after being plagued by a misunderstanding society, stands beside the grandmother, loved and accepted by many. Where the Arab Chaldean stands beside the African Muslim, building a bridge between culture and diversity. Where the homeless man feels oblivious to the fact that he's standing next to the bank executive, forming a bond of friendship, not attitudes destructive. Where married couples feel united, not only by love, but in the eyes of a righteous God. Where prayer is as serene as the flapping wings of the dove. It sounds too good, but not at all that odd. Some place where one doesn't feel they're on a fashion runway, where there isn't 1 ounce of gossip coming from their lips, where that homeless man can look with favor at the child in the aisle at play, and that downtrodden sister can go on a spiritual trip, where the preacher is equal by sheer humanity to that drag queen who feels compelled to sit in the back corner this morning. Is she not as entitled to the sun that shines this fine day? Is she not as qualified for your Son's kingdom when the future bells ring? Ring true, that is, and as I know heaven's gates are golden, I know they are not gates that swing. And meanwhile, the streets are paved with gold as well, and your children beholden in the arms of an ever-merciful King. Let not the sinner dwell on the sin. Show him that he too can be forgiven. And let not the preacher have a judicious tongue. Show her that she will have her day as well when he comes. Dear God, I pray this fabulous morning, where the sun shines as brightly on that nun as it does my lowly brother, that you beam into my transgressors and detractors a sense of hope, a perception of unity, a consensus of knowledge, and an appreciation of prayer at work. If we all strive to love one another and diligently work to accept and understand each other, we can all employ feelings of delight if only we didn't dwell on our plight. It is a very personal church indeed, without denomination. For this my soul longs and sets out a search party, as angels in heaven don't fight our future nation.